Thursday morning, West Michigan. I'm Emily Scarlett.
And I'm Tanner Holbrook. Thank you so much for waking up with us and watching on 13 Plus. Chief Sam is here with us on this Tuesday morning. I'm just going to bite the elephant in the room in the butt right now. It is weirdly warm outside, but I know we have some storms north of us as well.
Feeling humid and everything, Sam. With that wind, can't leave out the wind.
Yeah, the wind too. I don't think I've ever heard that phrase.
I think I like combined two different phrases and like made it one, but you understood what I mean.
Yeah, I got you, Tanner.
It's early, okay? 4:30. My eyes are barely open.
He's making up his own sayings.
All right, I like it. That was a fun one. We have a cold front that's tracking towards us. It's causing windy conditions. It's right now making its way across Lake Michigan, and as it does so, it's of course going to 1, kick up our winds, 2, bring us the chance for a thunderstorm, and 3, cool off our temperatures throughout the day today. So we've already met our peak daytime heating temperature. We'll fall into the 60s by day's end. As for our current severe weather risk, we are still placed underneath a level 1 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms this morning and again into the early afternoon hours. And that cold front clears out of here by noon and our threat will be completely over at that time. That is the lowest level concern for storms, a level 1 out of 5. As we head towards noon, partly cloudy conditions will begin to develop. By 6 o'clock, clear skies. These clear skies settling into place overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning will likely lead to areas of patchy frost development because winds are also expected to calm at that time. Wednesday starts off sunny, partly cloudy conditions developing throughout the day on Wednesday out ahead of our next system that moves through. This looks to be more of a rainmaker than anything else, but an isolated thunderstorm can't be ruled out. I'm not looking at a ton in the way of severe weather though with Thursday's system. Clears out of here by the time we hit Thursday evening and back to mainly dry skies by Friday morning. We're actually going to look at our overnight low temperatures rather than our afternoon highs because we've already reached. Continues as an isolated severe storm still possible this morning, plus windy conditions and frost that could develop tonight. It could be just enough to generate an isolated thunderstorm as we head throughout our morning and into our mid-afternoon hours. Right now, conditions are fairly calm along the boundary, but we do have just enough of the right ingredients present in the atmosphere this morning that we could end up seeing an isolated thunderstorm. So we have yet to completely eliminate our chances for severe weather. I would say between 8 a.m. and noon, there is going to be the highest probability from a line stretching from Kalamazoo to the Lansing region, but still overall a very limited threat. Then clear conditions settle into place as we head into. It's mainly producing dry conditions over Lake Michigan right now, but along the cold frontal boundary itself, we just can't rule out the chance for an isolated thunderstorm to develop, but I do think our chances are fairly limited. We are starting to see some spotty showers develop south of the 96 corridor, and then a line of showers that have a little bit more umph to them in our northern counties from Mount Pleasant stretching through Big Rapids. We will continue on with the chance for an isolated thunderstorm between now and about noon. And until that time frame, we're also going to see some temperature changes. We're in the mid 70s right now, but look at the colder air mass off to the west of us. As that cold front tracks through, it's going to allow our temperatures to steadily clock this morning. And welcome back to 13 on your side. Here's the current status of our radar. We have a cold front that's nosing its way into West Michigan, and the collision of our warm air mass that we have right now and that cold boundary passing through could be just enough to continue to spark an isolated thunderstorm, but the vast majority of us underneath fairly quiet conditions this morning, just very windy outside as that cold front does approach. Now, throughout the day today, while yes, the cold front could generate an isolated thunderstorm, it's also going to cause some changes to our temperature profile. We're starting off this morning actually in the 70s, so really mild. By noon, falling down into the upper 60s, 50s in our northwest zone at that time, and then colder temperatures continue to usher in all throughout the afternoon hours. Clear skies tonight will actually lead to a huge temperature difference this time tomorrow morning. We're talking some locations in our northern inland areas waking up in the 70s today and only in the upper 20s by tomorrow morning. Patchy frost certainly will be possible. If you got a little ahead of yourself and planted your flowers early, make sure you're covering up any sensitive vegetation for tomorrow morning. If you've got the hanging baskets outside already, make sure to bring those in tonight. Temperature-wise, it will still feel very spring-like outside, but not going to be quite as warm. We'll fall from the 70s where we're currently sitting back into the upper 50s to low 60s by day's end after that cold front officially makes itself known. We're still underneath a low-level risk for severe weather, as mentioned this morning, a level 1 out of 5. If storms really make you anxious, I would not be too concerned about these storms. It would be very isolated and likely a pocket of strong winds that moves in along with them. This is the cold front itself. It will continue to track off to the east, and drier conditions will settle in by the afternoon hours. Beyond just our small chance for a thunderstorm, we will be partly cloudy to eventually mostly sunny throughout the remainder of the day today, with our more widespread chances for rainfall arriving on Thursday. The showers on Thursday do look to bring a good dose of rain to the region, and maybe a weak thunderstorm development have been kind of in Manistee to the north so far, but that's not to say that we can rule out the chance for an isolated thunderstorm between now and noon here in West Michigan. We have very strong winds though, regardless of thunderstorms being present. 51-mile-per-hour wind gusts right now in Muskegon, 45 in Holland, out of the south and west. Still underneath a really mild temperature profile as this low pressure system and cold front work in. It's going to interact with our temperatures that are currently sitting in the 70s and potentially spark that chance for a thunderstorm. But otherwise, 5 degrees right now in Grand Rapids, 76 currently in Holland, 67 for those of you in Fremont. As our cold front continues to work through, temperatures will fall throughout the day. We will be in the low to mid 60s from noon to 2 p.m. and then falling off into the 50s by day's end. Although we are going to have a fair amount of sunshine all throughout the day, and again, those winds strong. Overnight tonight, clear conditions settle into place and winds subside. That could set up the recipe for patchy frost to develop, especially in our northern inland counties. Now, I do still want to talk about our low-level risk for severe weather from now until about noon. We're underneath a level 1 out of 5 risk for severe storms. That means just an isolated chance for a thunderstorm to blossom along this cold frontal boundary. Again, the vast majority of us are going to be dry for the remainder of the day today with just that very small chance for a thunderstorm, and it would be damaging winds that we would watch for embedded within a thunderstorm that does pop up. By 6 o'clock, we are back underneath dry conditions, and our next chance for rainfall that arrives on Thursday. Thursday does look to be a fairly damp day in sight, bringing us around a half an inch to an isolated severe thunderstorm develop along it, but right now we are underneath mainly dry conditions, so our storm risk continues to diminish as we head throughout our morning hours. But winds, those are strong as you walk out this morning, still gusting at 45 to 50 miles per hour along the lakeshore's edge, and the further inland that our cold front tracks, the stronger our winds are going to become through the early afternoon hours. If we take a look at our severe once this cold front makes itself known, along the cold front, the contrast between our current air mass and the one that's coming in could collide and create an isolated thunderstorm. One large limiting factor is we don't have a ton of moisture at play, so it would be very sparse if we do see thunderstorm activity, although it could become severe relatively quickly because we already have such windy conditions. We only need a 58-mile-per-hour wind gust to deem a thunderstorm severe, and without thunderstorm activity, our winds will be gusting near 50 miles per hour. As for our temperature trends, notice how they drop throughout the day today, back into the upper 50s to low 60s by the time many of you get out of work, with sunshine developing and calmer winds by the evening hours. Again, we have a very low level risk for severe storms, 1 out of 5. That's the lowest level concern. Beyond that, as we track throughout the day today, partly cloudy to eventually mostly sunny conditions. We'll start off your Wednesday clear and cool, possibly some patchy frost in some of our inland areas, and then cloud coverage developing into Wednesday afternoon. This is as we have shower chances returning to the forecast, maybe a weak thunderstorm come Thursday evening and into your early Friday morning, and back to dry conditions for the weekend. In terms of rainfall totals, we're looking at anywhere from around a half an inch to an inch of rain to come down with Thursday. Yes.
But wouldn't you not want to snuggle when it was that warm?
Yeah, with all that fur.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Okay.
To each their own.
Maybe that makes you more friendly. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but I'm happy that they're both enjoying the sunshine. Maybe they're inside,
Why
like
can't they
in
just
a
be
sunny
friends and cuddle
window.
and
Yes,
us not
okay,
question
you're
it?
right.
How about
I
that?
should have let it go, Tanner. That's on me.